Welcome to Get Wrecked, a podcast about gaming, brought to you by Rectify Gaming. It's also about grassroots movements, jazz music.
Of course.
Yeah. Cherubs.
And seraphim. Cherubs and seraphim.
Yes, absolutely.
I was about to ask that same question.
It's both things. We cover a wide swathe of things here on Get Wrecked. I'm Evan.
Oh,
am I supposed to go second?
I don't know.
Sorry.
I don't know. I was talking.
Here, rock, paper, scissors.
Okay, here we go. Rock, paper, scissors.
They both just did scissors.
Oh my god.
Now they both threw paper.
We're on the same wavelength.
Now they're scissors again.
You know what? I'm Garrett.
And I'm Nick.
Welcome to the program. So yeah, we talk about games and stuff, and I think that a game company has had one of the worst imaginable launches of a game ever this past week.
Hell yeah.
Fallout 76 is like if the release of No Man's Sky and the release of the Nintendo SNES Mini or NES Mini, whatever one was harder to get.
Or like and the Virtual Boy.
And the Virtual Boy.
All at the same time.
Also with a pinch of the Wii U and the PlayStation Move.
Oh, I forgot about the PlayStation Move.
Yeah. If they all kind of got together.
It had just like an orgy.
And had just like the filthiest, worst orgy where it's like, oh, this is a thing we've always dreamed about doing. Let's never do it again. Let's not only never do it again, but let's never bring it up again.
And then the offspring somehow only got the worst parts of all of it.
Yeah.
Any kind of redeeming qualities of any of those things got left behind, and the only stuff that was transferred into this offspring was the worst.
It's like that movie Twins with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito, where all the good DNA goes to Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Danny DeVito is all just like the crap that was left over.
I interpreted that movie very differently.
No, that's literally the plot of the movie.
Well, I thought it was the other way around.
Arnold Schwarzenegger got the crappy ones.
I mean, would you rather be Danny DeVito or Schwarzenegger?
That is...
I think you already know the answer to
That's
that
what
question.
I'm saying. So Fallout 76... have you heard some of the stuff they're saying about this game?
Oh man, just like 15 seconds ago, you guys were telling me about the bag, and I still can't believe how.
Well, so there's a couple of bag issues. One, as soon as you install the game, a small white man, 5'4", maybe stocky build, kicks into your home, holds you at gunpoint with a burlap bag with $1 bill on it, demands you hand over all your cash and valuables. As soon as you install the game, he's just like, you gotta give me your money.
You don't even get to run the game
first? You don't
first?
get to run the game.
Does the game finish installing, or does it
immediately just robbed at gunpoint?
Yeah,
just immediately robbed at gunpoint.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many bugs. Like,
and that's not even the worst part.
No, you bleed when you pee. After you have, as long as you have the game installed, blood.
Just every time, just out of your kidneys.
Straight blood.
It's not. I was gonna say it's not like blood in your pee. It's just blood.
Yeah,
you just pee blood.
Yeah, you're just peeing blood. Yep.
But you can uninstall the game, and then that stops, and it's back to regular, normal blood in your pee kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's some other stuff.
Don't try to go to your like general practitioner about this because they'll know.
They'll see you. It's like you installed Fallout. You think you're the first person to come in here complaining about peeing blood?
Yeah.
No, go uninstall Fallout.
You have to kill Todd Howard for it to stop.
If you, as soon as you install the game, fuck the Polish just like appears on your forehead,
just raised.
Yeah,
just like Braille,
and you can't like wipe it off.
Yeah,
you have to uninstall the game.
You just have like a racist face now.
You just have
like a weird old timey like you know how people aren't racist towards the Polish anymore.
Yeah,
like you're the one guy. You're
that guy.
All your shirts just say "Irish need not apply" on them.
Oh man.
Yeah, it gets real bad.
So you become a Bethesda villain from Wolfenstein.
Yes, exactly.
You immediately become a Wolfenstein villain.
Yeah. So there's some problems with the game, but probably the thing that pisses me off the most about it is the sack thing, right? So if you got the deluxe edition, for those of you who don't know,
hang on real quick. Before we go any further, I just want to say I got your sack right here.
Oh,
and then imagine that I like.
Yeah. No, I got
So what were you saying?
Oh, I was just saying. So you could get a bunch of stuff, right? You pre-order it. You would get power armor and a bag. And first of all, the power armor, they did not make enough of the power armor.
Of course.
So right there already. But you also got a bag. And then on the advertisement, it was a nice like vinyl bag.
It's like canvas almost.
Canvas bag, right.
Yeah.
Oh, like a real duffel bag.
It's like a real, like a nice...
With like the game logo on it.
It's a bag, sure. But
So we're talking about like Publix reusable tote bag caliber,
No,
or more
nicer.
like nicer
Yeah.
than that? Okay,
Yeah.
so like
Maybe
I live
something
in-
you'd pick up at like J. Crew or something.
yeah, or like
Okay.
an Urban Outfitters maybe.
Gotcha.
For
So we're
like a
like-
laptop bag.
So the expectation was an Urban Outfitters duffel bag with
Yeah, a canvas
Fallout
bag.
76 on the
Yeah.
side. And then what did they get?
They got like what I mean. I haven't seen it myself. Like I haven't held one personally.
It looks like cheap
It
plastic.
looks like a crappy, like a Publix reusable grocery bag, and that wouldn't be a problem if it weren't a special edition.
Right.
And I want to make this very clear. I hate deluxe editions. I hate them with every fiber of my being. I think they're the stupidest. And this isn't me taking a shot if you do or don't like them, whatever. I'm just saying I think that you are getting suckered out of your money if you're buying the deluxe editions. If you got the money, cool. But like, what do you need a little stand of Marcus Phoenix for an extra $50? You know what I
yeah,
mean?
wouldn't you like to know?
I would
Evan?
I would like to know. I'm standing on a soapbox about this. So I have a list here.
Oh, is that what that sound is?
The rustling of paper means it's actually a cleverly hidden load screen.
Yeah.
I thought you'd printed out a copy of the Unabomber's manifesto.
Oh, that's right here.
We're
yeah.
loading. Okay, we're loading another PDF.
That's the list.
Yep, that's the list.
One collector's edition while it's loading that I have actually enjoyed is the Titanfall one because you can wear the helmet. I do enjoy that a
Oh,
lot.
I've seen that on your. Okay, you know
Yeah,
what?
like I like there's stuff that I've used to like decorate my desk at an office, but I was gainfully employed at the time and it was a
Right.
gift.
Yeah.
Right, like so I don't know that they're like bad or evil or that they're necessarily designed with ill intent. Sometimes they are. Obviously, this Fallout 76 thing is a travesty.
Oh my God, what a rip, right?
But like I like my Titanfall helmet. I'm a big fan of my Titanfall helmet.
So what I think it does is it takes away at least the popularization of it, because there used to be some cool things like if you pre-order it in time, you'll get like a little coin or a desk stand or something, or like
And like art books. I am a sucker for art books.
see the art
I like,
books and stuff. That's
and
cool. man.
soundtracks. Like I will shell out for those.
Paying extra to get the behind the scenes, the development stuff, I think is kind of cool, and I think that's kind of what I want to see in a deluxe edition. However, some of the stuff I don't really want to see in a deluxe edition is for an extra $40 when you bought Resident Evil 5, you would get some DLC and a snow globe.
Ooh.
Oh.
You know, a Resident Evil 5 snow globe.
That's so festive.
I don't know if you've played Resident Evil 5, but it has nothing to do with the winter or holiday seasons or anything.
No, it's cool you mentioned that because we're recording this here on the first day of December, and you know what's coming. That's right, guys, Christmas. Mm-hmm. And I look around my house and it's all decorated, and I'm looking through all my snow globes that I have set out
Oh no.
on like in the dining room. You know, I've got my snow globe table.
Of course.
And you know, I've got my Resident Evil 1 snow globe. I've got
Naturally.
my Resident Evil 2 snow. I don't have one for Resident Evil 5, so actually,
you know
that's right up my alley. Thanks
Okay.
for letting me know.
Okay, well, if you collect Resident Evil snow globes, this may have some extra value to you.
So is
Yeah.
the DLC inside the snow globe? Do you have to like crack your snow globe open to get to get the season pass out of it?
computer?
It's inside the computer
No,
globe.
I just like to think that you have to like smash the snow globe as a metaphor at the end of the game. You know what I mean? Like
You
it's
just-
all
like a football. You
Yeah,
just
yeah.
Spike it upon
the whole game takes place inside the snow globe. Oh, it's like Lost.
It's a social commentary.
Don't you
guys.
get it?
If you don't get it, it's fine.
For an extra $30, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, you get an in-game costume and a football with the Assassin's Creed logo on it.
Football.
Wait, an entire like a professional sized football?
No,
Oh,
it's my understanding is that the picture I looked at was
little Nerf football.
like a Nerf football.
that game's about pirates, not football.
There's nothing.
A lot of people don't know that. Because when I hear Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, I immediately went to football, and then the pre-order was a football. It's like this is all lining up.
It makes sense.
It's about pirates.
If you play the game, yeah, no, like they got like Blackbeard and
yeah, it's a
and
pirate.
many other
Four.
pirates.
The problem is the
pirates.
first 3 Assassin's Creed games were really all about the football.
Yeah, I guess I just feel like I've been sucker punched by this one not being
I mean,
about
you could
football.
talk about, like Ezio and
well,
Amore.
the cool thing,
and,
Amore.
it's
Yeah, Black Flag was a real departure from the rest of the series in that it was no longer like just
all about the
football.
yardage. And John
Yeah.
Elway does not make an appearance in
Oh,
this
come on,
one.
not even a cameo.
I know, right? And he's so important. Jonathan Unitas is the main character in Assassin's Creed 2, when you go back to Italy.
Of course.
And you're there for the invention of the game.
Yeah.
Naturally. And you and Leonardo spend all your time coming up with plays.
Toss it around the pigskin, and I mean, you see where the Hail Mary gets its
name.
Yeah,
It just makes sense.
Yeah.
I think my biggest problem with Assassin's Creed 4 is that it claims to be the fourth one when it's clearly not, because Ezio had 3 games.
That's true.
And then Assassin's Creed 3, that was a lie.
Yeah, who could forget Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Origins, and Assassin's Creed
Revelations or something?
John Madden.
Yeah, John Madden.
John Madden's Assassin Ball.
Assassin's Creed Pro Skater 4.
Oh man, I really enjoyed the theme song from that one.
Oh, the whole soundtrack really done by Real Big Fish. You get the ska.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would buy the collector's edition of that one if it came with the soundtrack.
Yeah, same actually.
Yep.
Let's see.
I want a Tony Hawk Pro Skater deluxe edition with the soundtrack on vinyl. I'd get that.
I would too, actually, come to think of it. Now, if that were a deluxe edition, the soundtrack on vinyl for Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 to Underground,
yeah.
I think you'd have
I think
me.
I'd be so on board.
You know,
That's
I don't think I've heard of vinyls being. I'm surprised that soundtracks on vinyl is never. It's always CDs, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah,
Has it ever been vinyl? Does anyone?
Certainly, it must be.
Was the soundtrack printed on that Fallout 76 bag, and that was the whole thing? You're supposed to stretch it out and put it on
That's what
your-
it is.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
it is.
I was in a record store the other day actually, and I didn't buy it because it was like $60, but I found the Shovel Knight.
Yeah,
No way.
I was about to say there's a label that I really like called Ghost Ramp. I don't know if you listen to the band Waves, but it's their record label, and they
didn't
press
know
a
that.
lot of video game soundtracks.
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool. Very cool.
I would really like to have the Owlboy one. I think that would be. I love that soundtrack.
I get Octopath Traveler on vinyl.
I haven't played it.
It's the soundtrack is, I think, quite good.
You know how I feel about JRPGs.
Right. If you don't like JRPGs, you won't like this one. But the soundtrack is.
Yeah.
Oh, and everything that by Darren Korb. He did Bastion and Pyre and
Ooh,
Transistor.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's actually so popular. He's on Spotify.
Wait, did he do Octopath?
No.
Oh,
no.
I
This
thought-
is just another example of folks that I would like to listen to on vinyl.
Video game scores are, well, that's a topic for another day, but it's very important, I think.
Yeah,
and
they've made a lot of progress.
Yeah.
Even just listen. So I've been playing a lot of Let's Go Eevee, and just
Oh my
listening to the classic
God!
sound played by what sounds like an orchestra
Dude.
has just been like.
half the reason I was gonna pass on that game. I totally was. This is a huge tangent. I was gonna pass on that game. Played it for like 10 minutes at my buddy's place and was like, nah, I was never gonna pass on this game.
Yeah.
Come on.
I just played through the Elite Four, and I kept turning the music up because I was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, yeah,
Crank it.
Lance, you piece of shit! Bring your dragon Pokemon." I'm playing standing up in my apartment.
Let me see if I can find it. There's a
Yeah, all the neighbors like
Just you
hammering,
shouting.
Yes. Oh, you coming, you son of a bitch!
It's 2 a.m. you asshole.
It's like, look, it's a Thursday night, and I'm inside my house. If you're listening to me battle Lance in an epic battle, come over and watch.
Yeah.
and you are eavesdropping on me.
Me.
So who's gonna win here? All right, you get the
Yeah.
cops involved.
Yeah,
We'll see.
we'll see.
Sorry, I thought this was America.
You make a noise complaint, I make an eavesdropping complaint, and I'm pretty sure wiretapping's illegal in this country. So
If you're a cop, you got to tell me. I'm sorry, I tangented us real hard.
all right, let's see.
Pre-order bonuses that are dumb.
Next one. Infamous Second Son had glow-in-the-dark condoms. And I feel
No, that's practical.
there's no better way to ensure that you will never use condoms than pre-ordering a very deluxe edition of Infamous Second Son.
I'm afraid to ask.
Jesus.
Can I ask how much was the premium on
This
that?
I couldn't find a price for it. I'm gonna ballpark it $80, $90.
Man.
Because that seems to be the.
I'm just curious. Okay, talk amongst yourselves. I just want to know wholesale how much like 80 glow in the dark condoms.
Glow in the
would be.
dark condoms. I mean, I don't believe I've ever used glow in the dark.
Well, you
ones.
just don't use condoms.
Well, they feel weird. So, can you blame me? And honestly, they're so impractical. Like, I feel like a used Snicker wrapper does kind of the same thing.
You just need to make sure your bungee cord is really like
Yeah.
tight.
Yeah,
You just gotta make
exactly.
sure it's
You
really
just-
tight.
You
Well,
get your mittens and you just
You just cinch it off.
yeah.
Your mittens.
Yeah, dude. What? No, is
What?
that what?
I mean, my sandwich pack
'Cause
for
it gets
lunch
so
has got
cold.
has got a little mustard in it, but it's fine. You
Hey,
just flip that bad boy
That's just
inside out.
value add.
We got internet whiz kid Nick Bills on. Yeah, are you finding that price point for some glow in the dark condoms?
I'm just curious. The first thing I'm going to do.
Can we get them on Amazon?
Okay,
yeah.
Can we get them
they-
delivered tomorrow?
So from Undercover Condoms, not
Okay.
a friend of the show. You can't use like 10 Rectify
Yeah.
at this one.
If
But this
you
is just the
try
first one that came up.
If you try a Rectify promo code, it will not work.
It will not work yet.
Yeah, we should
so
get that.
at time of recording.
Well, I'll get in touch with Ty and see if he can get us a deal.
But they currently pretty well reviewed. 4.4 out of 5 stars.
It's pretty good.
It's about $3 a hit if you want to buy glow-in-the-dark condoms.
Okay,
Can you buy a single glow-in-the-dark condom?
You know what? That's a great question. Let me click on this. I just assumed it was $3 for one, but maybe there's additional value here. Let's see. It wants to know where I am.
Ooh, don't like that.
No.
Are you alone?
Yeah.
What would you do if I was there?
What am I
sex
wearing right now?
location?
Okay, interesting. Made with a patented 3-layer process. The nightlight is able to glow because of technological advances. Great.
Haha, and then what, winky face?
Okay, I'm sorry. $3 is a 3-pack, so it's $1 per.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Those are probably really shitty condoms.
For 36, if you want to go up and just go ahead and scale all the way to 36,
Well-
which would then add. So if we want to get close to the price of this infamous bundle, you could get 36 glow-in-the-dark condoms.
For how
Wow.
much?
That's a $25 upcharge.
All right, so that's okay. It's still dumb.
It's still dumb.
Dead Island Riptide had a decapitated armless bikini babe.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, God.
It was like
I
a
mean-
bust. It looks like the
They're just really playing into the male fantasy there.
of having unrealistic female body standards for having no arms, no legs, and no head.
What? That's a zombie game. Right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So like, did it have a bite out of the rib cage as well?
Likely. She's
Gross.
doused in blood from the picture I saw.
Was this whole thing a really subtle dig at the Venus de Milo? Like, is this whole thing just being
It
like
was a lot
the
like the Venus de Milo.
is stupid?
I want to say it was that deep, but I really
Doubtful. You don't look convinced.
no. The next one is probably the laziest one on the list. Sonic Lost World, which I don't know if you guys know this game. It's like the ultimate like Sonic OC game.
Oh, okay.
It's for
okay.
everyone on the internet. Oh, excuse me. Anyone on the internet who has ever made a Sonic OC character, because you can make your own character in this game.
Oh, I remember
and, like,
seeing
you
that.
had to like save Sonic because Sonic gets arrested by the police. I think it is. I never played it, but it really does have like that ridiculous of a premise.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's. I think Tails is like. Yeah, they're definitely wanted by the government, and you have some of that in Sonic Adventure 2. Either way, you could get 25 extra lives if you pay extra for the deluxe edition.
Oh.
Because up until you said that, I thought my least favorite in-game purchase was easy fatalities in Mortal Kombat X.
What?
Yeah, you could spend like $1, and then you would get a token that if you just hit both shoulder buttons or something, it would just do a fatality for you.
Wow, I super hate that.
But the fatalities weren't even hard to do.
Yeah.
And the game would tell you how to do. For those of you who can't type into Google how to do a fatality.
How do fatality?
Yeah.
What is Scorpion's fatality? Oh, cool. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. For those who couldn't do that, it's inside the game. It's in the move list how
Yeah.
to do the fatality, and it's like 3 directions and a button. But if that was too hard, easy fatality token.
That's so stupid.
That
But
one,
extra lives is worse.
I have trouble hating that one. Well, it's a cheap dig to be. Okay, so how do you guys feel about like stuff that makes games easier? Right, like.
I just feel like a lot of the stuff, like easy fatalities, we were talking a little bit before the show, like Donkey Kong mode in Perfect Dark on the Nintendo 64, extra costumes. A lot of the things I feel like we're paying for used to just come with your game, and you would unlock it by playing the game.
Yeah.
Or like
extra
cheat codes.
cheat codes, yeah. And so there was games that had codes in them. But yeah, now you can charge for that, I guess, which
Yeah.
I find surprising, because especially like one of the things I found refreshing about Spider-Man for the PlayStation 4
Oh
is
my
you
God, great
unlock
game.
the costumes by playing the game.
Yeah.
Right.
Like that's a crazy
You
idea.
don't buy them.
I was surprised
Wow.
when I had heard that you don't have to like.
Yeah.
Like the Venom suit isn't locked behind like $5 of
Yeah.
special DLC.
And there is no way to use money to. They just.
I know
made
they
the
put
game,
out a DLC, so
They
they're
did
probably-
do a DLC,
yeah, which
yeah.
is fine. It's fine. I mean, we'll get into that in our next little segment here.
But yeah, it just seems like we're paying for a lot of stuff that used to just be sort of expected to be part of the game.
Yeah.
Is my take on that.
Paying for stuff that makes the game easier, though, does that make the game more accessible? Like, I think about how World of Warcraft has a thing that you pay like $10, I think, and it just immediately levels your character up, right? Because for a lot of people, World of Warcraft, the end game, once you hit the level cap, then you can do all the end game stuff. That's the important part.
Like rating.
Right, exactly. So is that worth it to some people? I think that doesn't.
Yeah.
I think
tough.
that might be okay.
Because I think on the way, so I'm just gonna devil's advocate for a second. Because generally speaking, I can see where like if you have a level 100 character and you want a second level 100 character, definitely it seems like it'd be worth it to just like shoot. But it also seems like you're paying to not play this game you bought,
Right.
Which seems.
Well,
Like if your game was fun, I wouldn't mind playing it. But, but it's not fun to get to level 100.
Yeah, you know what's not fun is just grinding forever.
well, what I will say is one time I tried to get into WoW, I had like a hyper level thing, but it was like, oh, hey, all my friends were like, hey, come play with me. And I was like, great, I'd love to do that.
I have some friends currently that are trying to get me to play WoW with them, and it's taking everything within me not to.
Don't do that. Like,
I know.
Love yourself.
I know.
Love yourself.
I know.
Love yourself.
Well, but you can skip all that stuff and begin playing with him immediately for just a $10 extra. You just bing.
I don't know. I just don't know if it's worth it to me.
Yeah. And there are just so many other, I don't want to say better MMOs, but so many other MMOs I'd rather play.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't played World of Warcraft. I know a lot of people really enjoy that game.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But,
Yeah.
just not my cup of tea.
I haven't found a good MMO that I've really enjoyed in like a decade.
I liked WildStar a lot.
Oh yeah, WildStar was kind of fun.
But that was more like a platformer kind of thing.
You know what I've enjoyed recently is actually Warframe.
I just downloaded it on my Switch, but I haven't played it yet.
Oh, they released it for Switch.
Oh, yeah.
I know that they were planning to, and then I sort of stopped checking to see if they'd released it. I've been playing it on the Xbox.
Because that game's free, right?
Yeah.
Free, yeah, it's free.
Just came out.
And it's just got a fun, I like fun movement systems, and like the game is just fun to play because you're like long jump, spin, dash, jump, guns,
I played it a
stuff.
little bit when I had a PlayStation. I played it for like a month or so.
Well, we'll have to, maybe if you boys aren't doing nothing tonight, maybe we all get together.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
I'd be into that.
Fun. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Cool.
Of course, I didn't. This is the one time I didn't bring my Switch.
Yeah, well, we'll go do dinner or whatever our post-show thing is. Maybe we'll split off and then...
Hey, what do you guys want for dinner? Let's make these plans on the pod. This is what people come here for.
That's what they're here for.
I don't know. Correct. It's a podcast about video games, but also like three guys just trying to make some plans.
Yeah,
I
you
don't know.
gotta eat.
I could do sushi. I could do,
Sushi sounds good. I had ramen last night, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of feeling ramen again.
Oh, you're on like a ramen kick.
I don't know about the kick. I wanted it again. You know? And it's very good.
When I come up here, this is the only time I'm ever near a Firehouse Subs as well.
I do love me some Firehouse Subs.
So we got a lot of choices.
We do got choices.
And it's nice to have options.
I love options.
Yeah.
I love options.
But would you pay a $1 premium to get that sub eaten for you?
Okay, so let me hold on. I'm going to say this. I don't mind if a game charges me for content it would otherwise give me for free as well, right? So like that kind of thing, or like how Hearthstone's pay model is. Like you can technically, it's tough, but you could technically unlock everything in the game if you just played enough.
Yeah.
Is that why I suck at Hearthstone so bad? Because I haven't bought any good cards?
No.
Or do I just not know how to play?
Well, I'll tell you what, we should do that on your stream sometime.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we should. We'll teach you how to Hearthstone stream sometime. But I don't mind that because you can kind of get all that. It's kind of my problem with Artifact's play model right now.
Yeah, that's the most different play like pricing structure.
So yeah,
I think I've ever seen.
We're gonna get back to this because we have two really good ones.
Oh yeah.
But Artifact's pricing model differs from Hearthstone because Artifact, they're both card games. Artifact charges you $20 to start playing the game. Hearthstone is free. You have a swathe of cards that you can play for free with Hearthstone, but there's no. It's not. The entry point costs money. However, Hearthstone also gives you cards for free for just playing the game. Artifact does not. Right, you have to buy packs and stuff,
and or use the tokens that you have to buy. I forget event tickets or something like that. Yeah.
So
it's different.
I want to try the game because it looks cool, but I also don't really want to invest in it.
Yeah, it's funny how card games they have, and I'm guilty of this too. Like it's like, oh, a card game. I don't want to pay for that.
Right.
But like I bought
a regular game.
I'll just buy video games.
Well,
I'm not sure why card games are stuck in this like where they're not real games.
Because you're spoiled on Hearthstone.
I guess.
Well, okay, so I think card games are different are like that because there is an expectation to always be buying more, right? You have to buy the loot crates, so to speak, to be truly competitive and really get the full game, right? And they're constantly coming out with more that changes the game. So the expectation is that you're going to probably be buying stuff.
So I guess if Artifact is going to have to figure out how they're going to do expansions.
Yeah.
Because right now you get like a basic collection and then 15 additional packs and then 5 of those event tokens for the $20 buy-in. and that's enough to play the game. But yeah, I don't know. As they release more content, I guess they'll have to do the same thing over. I don't know.
I'm like a big fan of how, and I don't know if other people feel this way, but I'm a big fan of how games like Brawlhalla or Smite, League of Legends, that sort of thing, with the hero rotation, because those games are character based, right? So you have like 8 to 10 characters you can play a week, or you can spend your money to just unlock characters, and you get that money by playing the game. Yeah. So that's a little bit more the normal way. You get it by playing the game, or you can have a shortcut to it. Yeah. I don't mind that, because we've been playing Brawlhalla a lot lately, and I haven't purchased it yet, but I probably will.
Yeah. So Brawlhalla uses that MOBA style.
Yeah, which is really interesting for a fighting game. But I digress.
Right. Sorry.
Digress.
Dying Light, my Apocalypse Edition, $386,000 for this bad boy.
I've never had that much money in my life.
I could not even begin to fathom that much money.
Wow. What do you get for almost $400,000?
I will tell you, Nick. You get a myriad of benefits, including your very own custom-built zombie-proof shelter. And if that's not enough, you'll also get zombie survival parkour lessons, a zombie match in-game with the dev team, a trip to Techland in Poland to meet the team, Dying Light-branded night vision goggles, adult diapers, for real, 4 signed steelbook editions of the game, 2 top-of-the-line headphones, a life-size figurine, and your face scanned onto a character model in-game.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
Wait a minute. You get 4 copies of the game, but you only get 2 sets of headphones?
Yeah.
Something's not. How many adult diapers?
You get
enough for all your friends, or just
you get? Hopefully, you get at least 4. Otherwise, someone's missing out.
Yeah, right.
Or is it just?
I'm gonna use more than one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
for sure. Those things are not reusable, unlike condoms.
Yeah, you just like rinse them out and hang them up. Like
you just put them in the dishwasher. It's fine.
You just set it to pots and pans. That's key. Set it to pots and pans.
Perhaps the most ridiculous one.
This one's my favorite.
Yeah, the most infamous of all is the Saints Row 4 $1 million edition.
How many dollars?
$1
million.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one. Groovy, baby. So included in that is a plastic surgery, a Virgin Galactic space flight, and an expensive sports car.
Do you have to be a virgin to go?
I don't. Does not say.
You may be when you leave, but you won't be when you get back.
Wait, but $1 million is just a tad outside of the average punter's price range. With what?
Oh, that's it. That's English. I'm pretty sure that's a UK English term.
Oh yeah, I think I was thinking football.
Right.
Not football.
No, this isn't Assassin's Creed.
No. And that's what we call a callback, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey.
So yeah, but that's a little more sarcastic, I think, because the game series is a little. Yeah. It's a little.
Well, you also get a week at the Burj Al Arab and a week in DC first class flights. I think someone actually went through and itemized.
It is about $600,000 worth of crap.
And then the flight and the 2 luxury weeks are on top of that, or that's all included?
It's all including.
And you get a copy of the game.
And you get a copy of the game. Because some of these editions don't even come with the GD copy of the game.
With the game.
Yeah.
What was that one?
Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Mass Effect Special Edition did not even come with the GD copy of the game. Came with a bunch of stuff for it. Did not come with the fucking game.
Including a steelbook. An empty steelbook.
Yeah.
That's like why not just pay to have the developers come kick you in the nuts instead?
Yeah, like the Fallout 76 guys when they come up and show up to your house and kick you in the nuts.
When Todd Howard comes to my house and just like he punches my mom.
Middle of the night, he steals into the night, into your house, silently sneaks into your home, creaks the door, right? And then he just owns your house.
Yeah, he lives there now.
You have to move out.
You have to leave.
Todd Howard will just steal the deed to your home.
I hate it when that happens.
Yep, he will. He will take over your lease, even if you don't want him to, especially if you don't want him to.
He'll give you 500 atoms.
Oh, yeah. That's the worst part of the whole thing. To say sorry for how bad they fucked up the shitty bag. They were like, hey, here's $5. Garrett,
How much? Just real. Do you guys know how much the special edition with the bag cost?
I don't. It's a lot. I think it was like 200.
200.
Yeah.
And so now it's only 195.
Yeah, right.
So
I mean, you got to spend some money to make money, but
Right.
you win out in the end.
Yeah.
sometimes in business you got to lose money to lose money. Make money. Fuck. I do that every
Shit, I
time.
just lost all my money.
And it's gone.
You guys want to go to the bonus round?
I'm already there.
Whoa, baby!
Oh, we better catch up.
All right, we're there now. Wow, you guys are quick.
I'm pulling up the sponsor list.
Hey guys, today on what podcast is this?
I don't.
Today on Get Wrecked.
Evan and Garrett take on the world.
Today
What?
on Evan and Garrett Take on the World, we're sponsored by Dying Light brand adult diapers. Just shit right in them and don't stop ever.
And that's it.
Yep, you just keep going.
Well, we're also sponsored by MetaThreads.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is a real company, unlike the last one.
Tell me about them.
Well, you know how you're always wearing shirts?
Yeah.
You as an individual, either
Yeah, I'm
you,
wearing
Garrett,
one
or
right
you, the
now.
listener?
I'm wearing my
Yeah.
Armageddon, the movie t-shirt.
Oh, that's pretty cool, but how much...
It's very
cool.
Evan, it's very cool.
How much cooler would a shirt that says Get Wrecked or Rectify Gaming or something of that nature be?
Pretty cool. Would it be purple?
It could be purple.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, that would be very
Or
cool.
what about the top-notch gaming jersey?
Well, is it like with my name on it?
It could have your name on it.
So people know who I am?
It could have your brand new username, Gumbo Daddy.
Gumbo Daddy, yeah.
Gumbo Daddy was a huge hit at DreamHack.
It was. Everybody loved the Gumbo
They
Daddy.
were like, where's Gumbo Daddy?
They were like
And I was
that.
like,
Yeah.
sorry.
He's making up a big old pot of gumbo.
Yep. Well, come on over. We're having a fish fry at my place. And gumbo, evidently.
Yeah, so check them out if you want to have higher quality clothing on your body to
'Cause-
impress members of your interested sex.
Right. So stop what you're doing and look at your clothes. And they suck. I know. I don't even have to look at you. Your clothes suck. And I'm sorry, but actually I'm not. Your clothes suck. So get some clothes that don't suck. You know where you can get them? MetaThreads.
Boomsy.
Stop being an idiot. Stop right now.
Nick, you got one?
Yeah, well, I appreciate because Garrett tells he's here to make the hard statements.
I tell it like it is, you know?
It's true. You do tell, like, Garrett is totally in your face like a 2005 Comedy Central special.
Boom.
Yeah, I'm not afraid to hold back.
That's
you
true.
know?
America.
I'm gonna, if with your permission, I'd like to go ahead and do the one that I always do because it's my favorite one, Outbreak Nutrition.
It is your favorite. You love Outbreak.
I do love
do it.
Outbreak because I have more lore for you guys.
Really?
So with your
Shit.
here we go. This is about their muscle growth detonator.
Oh, I love
yeah.
growing my own muscles.
Yeah, so if you'll remember the thought experiment that we did where I was murdered by Garrett, the super mutant, because
Yes.
I was ill prepared.
I remember this.
This is another thing that I could have used to win that encounter. Here we go.
Right.
Outbreak Build is the strongest natural anabolic muscle building product, period.
Period.
Oh my
Period.
God.
So it's the word period, but then there's also a period. I just
Right.
wanted to- You can look in the new world, the old world, the damn universe. Nothing stacks muscle like Outbreak Build. It's no secret what ingredients are needed to stack on muscle naturally. It's not proprietary. It's just that no one was crazy enough to actually combine all those ingredients into one badass formula at an affordable price. I can say badass because it's written.
I want to take a minute real quick and say I love it when our sponsors cuss in their
Yeah.
copy.
Same, to be honest
It's
with you.
just like, oh, yes! yes!
They're using words that people say, but we pretend like they don't. We don't give. Oh my gosh, this is actually censored, so I will censor myself as well. We don't give a. About-
A what?
We don't give a
I don't know.
what,
It
Nick?
begins with an SH and then there's a strange asterisk and then a T. I don't know what the word is.
Shirt?
I assume shirt. We
Yeah,
don't
it
give a
must be-
shirt about profit margins.
It must be shirt.
The guy's not wearing a shirt, so he
Well-
clearly doesn't care about shirts.
That makes so much sense.
Well, he should get himself a MetaThread
He should give himself
shirt.
a MetaThreads shirt. All we care about is getting you what you need to bulk up and crack heads for the resistance. To formulate Build, we took every strong, natural, muscle-building ingredient we could find and delivered them in a clinical dosage proven to build muscle. Get Build in your system. You'll be the fastest, strongest, most brutal version of yourself possible. We don't hide behind proprietary hidden formulas, so you know exactly what you're getting. Don't believe us? Here it is. There's a link. You're welcome.
Boom.
So now you're sold on Outbreak.
I'm-
Use Rectify to save 15%.
I want to take that supplement and
it.
make my muscles giant so I can murder Todd Howard. Next time he tries to punch my mom.
Next time he comes into your house.
Yeah, tries to steal my house and
Also,
hurt my mom.
Have your mom take the supplement as well.
Yeah.
So that way she can just roundhouse kick his face right off his skull.
I can grab his legs, she can grab his arms, and we'll like rip him in half.
Right in half, like wild horses.
You hear that, Todd?
You know
Coming
what is
for you.
equally as strong as that?
Who? Or what?
Monitor mounts by Echo Gear.
Evan, I see where you're going
And,
with this.
all
You're
their
doing another ad.
That's right. So here's the deal with Echo Gear. You got it, they can mount it, right? TVs, monitors,
Horses.
They just stick it right into the horse for your wall, maybe in your man cave.
Not what I meant.
Or a stable.
Oh, okay.
Yep, something like that. Really anything. Or if you've already got your thing mounted from them, and you need some other stuff for your desk, if you're like, man, how can I better charge all my stuff and be better prepared to be a gamer? Hashtag.
I hate it when I'm like going to use my devices and I'm like, oh, well, dang it, Garrett, you goofed up and you didn't charge your devices.
Well, that seems like a poor move on your part.
I'm such a rube.
You can check out Echo Gear. And I'll tell you what.
I should check out Echo Gear.
If you go check out Echo Gear, you can use 10 Rectify for 10% off your purchase. You shan't regret it.
You're shitting me.
I'm certainly not.
You wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't.
Well, cool. Thanks.
All right. Cool.
Are there any ads for me to read? Or do you not trust me?
No, Gary, you can do it on full gaming chairs. Would you like to do it?
Oh, my God. I think I got in trouble last time I did this one, but doggy.
Just don't swear.
Can I not?
Try not to.
But some of our other sponsors did.
You can say ass.
Oh, man. All right. I'm going to do it.
But only in the context of donkeys sitting in full gaming chairs.
Yeah.
It's in the Bible, so it's not a bad word.
It's true.
So, you're all familiar with chairs.
Yes.
You're all familiar with gaming.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, very much so.
How often do you game standing up? Nick, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Evan. Evan, how often do you game standing up?
Well, golly, once in a while, but it's sure not comfortable.
Not that often, is it?
No, it's not.
Yeah, no, because your feet hurt.
Right.
And you're like, I'd rather be sitting.
I would much rather be sitting.
And what would you like to sit on? Maybe like a bed of nails?
Well, it's all I have in my house is a bed of nails. I have a chair made of only sandpaper.
And that can't be very comfortable,
No,
can
it's not. I have an ottoman, but it only says mean things when I kneel on it.
And that's not good for like your lower back either.
Or my self-esteem.
Nope.
You have like a bathtub?
Yeah, it's a bathtub, but it's made of priceless ivory.
Ooh, yeah. You don't really want to sit on that
and
too much.
I'd like to not associate myself with the priceless ivory.
Right. That's kind of out of vogue.
Yeah, there's some connotations to it, certainly.
Yeah.
Well, fellas, I think I have the answer to this one problem that you have.
What?
I know.
Go on.
So there's this company, right? And they're called Autoful Gaming Chairs.
Go on.
And they make these chairs, and they're so comfy, and you can put your ass in them.
Ooh, he said the swear.
Evan said I could.
Are you
He
referring
said
to
I
a
could.
donkey? Are we in the stables again?
You can put your donkey in them.
Ooh.
Nice.
You can put your badonka donkey in them.
Oh,
Hey,
there it is.
you know what I'm talking about, fellas. Let me tell you about these chairs. They're so comfy, you're not going to want to stand back up ever again. You might have to every once in a while, but like every opportunity that you're going to have to sit in these damn chairs, you're going to do it. Let me tell you. Oh boy, these chairs are comfy. Get you one of these chairs. Do we have a code?
We don't have a code yet, but
use code.
Hopefully we will soon.
Use code Garrett 69 Gumbo Daddy 420.
Blaze it.
It won't do nothing.
A billion at checkout, and let me know what happens. I think that'd be funny.
All right, we got one more sponsor that we want to thank the show, Control Freak.
Oh, those freakies.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. I've been playing a lot of video games lately.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited for the new Smash Bros. Games. And there's a lot of tactile stuff happening with your thumbs on those games.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Now these brothers, why are they trying? Who are they smashing?
Who can say? The game's not out yet.
And what is a Malay? That sounds like a dessert.
I believe it is. I believe it's a franche.
Like a creme brulee?
Yeah, creme malay.
Okay. That sounds good.
Anyway, Control Freak has got all the controller accessories you need. We're talking caps, grips, what have you. They just put out some new stuff, I think.
That's cool. Can I get
speak out of turn, and you can get 10% off checkout RCG at your checkout.
Is there? Can I get like something gross to put over my Wiimote? You know, and then when it's off, it's just like this flaccid little.
I can't speak to that, but I want to say maybe.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's go on.
I'm hopeful.
That's all the sponsors. Thanks for sponsoring the show, despite it being probably against your best interests.
Thanks, sponsors. Goodbye forever. We're back in the podcast now.
Welcome back to the podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, okay. Well, so we touched on it a little bit prior to this very moment.
Okay.
In the past.
Right.
We were talking about some DLC that we really liked
Oh yeah.
Oh, I remember that on the podcast.
on the podcast.
Yeah, no, I was there for that.
We were discussing some DLC that we really enjoyed,
Yeah.
and maybe some DLC we didn't enjoy so much.
Actually, I don't remember talking about anyone that I liked.
Well, we were talking.
You
about
didn't ask me, Evan.
We were specifically talking about the Spider-Man DLC.
Oh, yeah.
And because how I've heard it's very, very good, and there's some DLC out there that is, less than good.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to talk about some of our favorite DLCs. That's downloadable content.
I thought it was Dakin lettuce tomato, but
One
whatever.
of my favorite sandwiches for sure.
Yeah.
Especially to eat in a Jersey from Jersey Mike's.
Yes.
Speaking of, I thought we were talking about Firehouse.
Oh, I would love to also eat Firehouse while sitting in an auto-full gaming chair. I can't stop.
You can't,
Can't stop. We're always trying to sell you something.
Anyway, so I want to open the floor. Do you guys have some DLC that you guys have really enjoyed over the years?
Yeah, I think my favorite one is the Dungeons and Dragons expansion to Borderlands 2. I don't know if you played it. It was
that's
Tiny
what I was
Tina's
thinking too. Yeah,
Assault on
I
Dragons.
didn't know that was a thing.
Oh, it's so fun.
It was the fourth one they did, and I would argue the best one they did.
You don't need to make that argument. It's just a fact.
Yeah, and it came after probably the weakest one, which was the Hunt Hammerlock's Hunt.
Yeah.
Wasn't super compelling. And then Tiny Tina came out, and it was. I played. I was like, oh, I love this. I want to play through this again. So I rolled a new character, got to the level to where I could do, because the DLC was like level 20.
Yeah.
And so that I could play through the whole thing again, because I just really enjoyed. And but it doesn't really interact with the main game. Obviously, you get items in it that you can bring back to the main game, and vice versa. But it doesn't really. It was like a true downloadable thing, separate from the game. It had its own intro graphic, its own intro, its own story,
Hell yeah.
its own self-contained entire thing, and then it ended, and then it was over.
It was like
yeah.
another game.
Yeah, it was like a bonus game.
Which is kind of what like good DLC should be, right? Because there's lots of different types of DLC. There's characters, there's stories. I mean, it's all just extra content, of course. Ways to sell more for a game that people have already made and proven that they liked.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, Garrett was talking about Red Dead, right?
Yes. So for the first Red Dead Redemption game, there was the Undead Nightmare DLC, which was just like another campaign, basically, where you fought zombies. It was great.
Which is, I think, a really good use of DLC. The other option...
It added a lot to like the online, too. It gave you skins and items and lots of fun stuff.
Yeah, it's cool. I like it when DLC is like, here's a toy box. I'm curious what you guys think about this. So, I'm a big platform fighter fan, like the Melees and I'm actually not super big on Melee, but like that kind of game. And there's this game called Rivals of Aether, which is pretty fun. I think Garrett's played it before.
Yeah, I've played it with you.
Yeah. And they do DLC characters. And they're pretty fun, and I like the characters a lot. And they're only like $3 to $5, like $3 on sale, $5 otherwise. And they've done like 5 of them, I think.
Isn't Shovel Knight on there?
Shovel Knight is one of them, and he's really interesting. He's got an item shop, which is something I've never seen in a fighting game.
That's cool.
Where like when you fight, as you fight your opponents, they spit out gold and like coins and gems and things.
Castlevania style? I guess Shovel Knight style?
Yeah, Shovel Knight style. And then you can use a taunt to bring out an item shop to improve your character. So you can like buy better armor or different moves and stuff. It's super cool.
That's wild.
But I'm curious what you guys think about DLC characters in a game like that. Obviously, I'm not saying spending money to help devs isn't cool, but is it fair to need to buy stuff to kind of enjoy the game? I mean, you can still play all like 10 characters.
Like the new Smash?
Kinda, yeah. Kind of.
I personally don't have an issue with it, especially with a game like Smash where there's already like 70 characters.
Right.
You know?
Well, so that's kind of my point with Rivals of Aether, is it did not have that big
Yeah,
cap.
they've got like a dozen, right?
Right, exactly. I think it is like 15 now.
Yeah.
But 5 of those you couldn't have. So you're missing 50%, or
that's a third of the game.
you're missing 33% of the game, an additional 50% of the game.
Right.
Right.
So does that retail? Is that like full retail gets you 10 and then DLC gets you another 5?
Right.
Or, so is it a full bore like $60 retail game?
No. I mean, the game itself is pretty cheap. I think it's only like $15-20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, it's hard to kind of argue. And then $5 for each additional character, and then they have DLC skins as well, which is cool.
I think it's just going to depend on, how good and cool the characters look.
Right. Well,
Right.
And all of them so far have been great. I've really enjoyed most of them. There's one that I'm like, meh, not for me, but my other friends have really enjoyed them, so it's hard to be upset about them.
Yeah.
And you can tell there's a lot of work that went into those, but should those just be included in the base game, since I've already bought the game?
Yeah.
Right.
That's tough. And it's tough to make just a statement because there are games that have done it well and games that have abused it.
Right.
Because there have definitely been characters. I know I've been playing quite a lot of Heroes of the Storm recently. And every time there's a new character, they are priced at a premium, right? It's like 10,000 gold or a lot of gems, which is the sort of you trade your dollars for gems if you want to pay.
It's the same thing with like Smite or whatever.
Yeah, that's that MOBA pricing model.
Yeah, the MOBA pricing model. And the first week they come out, they're always too strong. Right? And then like 2 weeks they
Guarantee
get...
that's by design.
They get nerfed. And it feels, at this point, it feels calculated, right? Where it's like Mal'Ganis came out recently and it's like, well, no, he's not even the most recent one anymore. But for the past 3 or 4 heroes since I've really been paying attention, it was like Mephisto, Mal'Ganis, Ophelia. They come out, they're super good, and then they get nerfed 2 weeks later. And so I don't know who that hurts more, because there are people who are like, oh man, this character's really good, I'm going to buy it with money. And then they get nerfed 2 weeks later because they're also trying to be an esport. And so they're not garbage, but they're not what you paid for.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I bought this so I could have an overpowered character.
Yeah, it's like I bought Mal'Ganis because I didn't, but people bought Mal'Ganis, and then he was brought down in line, so it was more fun for it because it's trying to be an esport also.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't have a lot of experience with Smite. Have you had a similar?
Yeah. Well, so Smite's weird because I think a lot of the characters they do make are more powerful, just because. I mean, you do want to attract people to your game and saying like, here's a big shiny new thing. I mean, it's the same thing with any game that has constantly updating content. I mean,
except Overwatch.
That's true.
What?
Doesn't Overwatch give you all the characters?
Yeah.
You buy the game and you get all the characters all the time.
Sure, true, but their new characters still often end up being pretty powerful. I mean, look at Bridget.
Yeah, I was gonna say look at Bridget.
Yeah.
But you don't have to buy her.
But
true.
But that's a thing. Like, I mean, we talk about card games constantly on this show, right? They pump out new powerful stuff so people come and buy them. And then they maybe decide if they're too powerful or if they've just shifted the meta just enough, right? Like, look at Frozen Throne.
I'm looking.
Look at Frozen Throne, super powerful. People came and bought a lot of that stuff. And they don't know how well Boomsday is sold, but I can't imagine it's as much or as well.
And they've only had to modify Giggling Inventor, and then they modified Mana Worm.
Yeah. Well, right.
Yeah.
But so I guess what I'm saying is the developer wants to push out new strong stuff so people come and buy it,
Yeah.
And like DLC, like DLC to me would be more along the lines of like fairly done characters, right? Like, is this a product that you're trying to sell or is this a game that you're trying to sell?
And then that's separate from what we were talking about initially, which is it an entire adventure campaign mode?
Right.
Like Undead Redemption, whatever that was.
Undead Nightmare.
Undead Nightmare.
Yeah, I mean, or like the Skyrim, the Dawn Garden stuff. I really enjoyed that stuff.
Yeah. Shivering Isles is one of my favorites of all time for Oblivion as well.
Yeah.
Because I got to be a mad god.
What are some games that you guys would have liked to see some more content or some DLC for? Because I have a few in mind.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I would have really liked to see Bioshock 2 DLC, very specifically. Because the game was almost good.
Yeah, I never played Bioshock 2.
Bioshock 1 is phenomenal. Bioshock 2 is almost. Almost. Bioshock 2, they changed a lot without changing the stuff they needed to change about it.
I see.
Because like they still tried to keep it a horror game, but it doesn't work if you're not like a helpless dude. You're a huge honking big daddy with a big ass drill, just punching through everything. So you're not really scared of anything because you're like the big, amazing, invulnerable guy.
And at the end of Bioshock 1, spoilers if you're listening right now and you haven't played Bioshock 1 yet.
Okay,
stop the podcast immediately, go play Bioshock 1 real quick. You can probably get it for cheap.
Yeah.
And then come back.
It's so good.
Yeah, because at the end of Bioshock 1, you become a big daddy.
Sort of. Yeah.
Sort of. Yeah, like you get a drill arm, like you put the whole suit on.
Yeah.
And so it's like, yeah, but when we started Bioshock 2, I was like, oh yeah, well, we've kind of done this.
Yeah. Well, Bioshock 1's the adventure of like, the horror of discovery, and Bioshock 2 is like, we're just a big fun action game.
Yeah.
So if you had stuff that like made that more personal or like made the big action, like people who matched you on big action stuff, right? Like in the original game, you guys may know the big sisters in this game.
You're talking about in Bioshock 2?
In Bioshock 2.
Yeah, the big sister, yeah.
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 So that was supposed to be one character.
I thought it was one character.
I believe it was multiple big sisters that you run in 2. If I'm not mistaken.
Huh, I don't remember specifically. I thought it was one and she kept running away.
I think that
then you had to
maybe I'm
fight her
misremembering
again.
actually.
I wouldn't swear to either one.
Either way, I know there was more planned for it. For it to be like a big personal thing between you and the big sister. How like the big sister was supposed to be your original little sister and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that is how it ended up. I am failing because I thought it wasn't, but I'm clearly misremembering.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Bioshock 2, this is, if anything else, this is an indicator of how non-impactful Bioshock 2 was on me. Yeah. Like, I don't know. This is like a major plot point, and I just don't remember. I remember being like, this is fine.
So, yeah, I would love to have played some more DLC, like a prequel DLC for Bioshock 2. Would have been really cool to me, I think.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Right, because you're exploring it in a way that is showing the story of the prequel, but it's more seeing and not telling, you know?
And then they did that for Bioshock Infinite, right? Because there's DLC that takes place inside Rapture.
Yes.
During the golden age of Rapture.
The DLC for Bioshock Infinite is awesome. It's unbelievably good.
And it's just funny that they waited until... Because they could have. It seems like if they'd put that in Bioshock 2, then all of a sudden maybe we're doing something.
Right. So like, I mean, if you make that character more powerful, but you don't make the enemy characters more powerful, maybe having something that patches that, more of those stronger, interesting characters, like a boss rush mode would have been really cool in Bioshock, I think.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
So it's really just Garrett, what's like a game engine you really like? Because it seems like with DLC you can kind of do anything. You just need a rules engine and world that you want more
right
of.
More games need to have motorcycle horses. Can I say that?
Oh yeah, you can absolutely say that.
You can say that.
I'm going to say that.
Motorcycle horses.
It's very brave of you.
Thank you.
I have always thought that Grand Theft Auto should have a DLC like in the same vein as Undead Nightmare. Not zombies, you know, because they're
Knights?
I mean, who wants to do that? So I think it'd be cool if they did dinosaurs.
That would be cool. I mean,
and I don't think I'm the first person that's said this. I've seen it before online.
Wait a sec.
But it's like the end of Jurassic Park 2, where the dinosaurs are just like rampaging across San Diego.
That sounds cool.
Like put that in a Grand Theft Auto game.
Well, let me not to one up you, but
Okay.
Dresden Files DLC, where it's like that, like, oh yeah, in this city there's also a bunch of supernatural BS going on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do like a Harry Potter expansion.
Kind of that,
cool.
that sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be super sweet.
Right?
Because they've already built, and I guess one of the things I really liked about Tiny Tina is like they had already put together the game that I enjoyed playing,
Right.
and then they had a compelling reason for me to continue playing.
It's kind of like-
it's like dinosaurs or like more
2.5, right? It's kind of like Borderlands 2.25. You know, it's another.
Yeah.
It's not a sequel necessarily, not another full game, but it's another game certainly. It's another totally different experience within the same system.
Yeah, and it's like oh, this is a system I enjoy participating in, and this is a compelling reason to continue.
Right.
I like this a lot.
Because that's what good DLC is. It's just like, it's how can we flesh out the system that we've built in other ways that we haven't done before, right? Mm-hmm. Like, or it's just adding more content to it, you know, like, well, I guess it's still the same sort of thing. That's a dumb thing I just said. I say a lot of dumb things. You'll have to forgive me. But like, I think about like Breath of the Wild DLC. Right?
Oh yeah, that was like a skill rush, right? There was like it was a series of challenges to get through.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
then
also
at the
a
end,
horse.
you get a motorcycle horse.
Oh, you actually get a motorcycle horse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
It's the Master Cycle. Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet.
It
Wait,
is-
the Master Cycle is in Mario Kart.
Yes,
I've
it
actually
is.
seen it. I've just only seen it in Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
You
all
get
coming
that
together.
in Zelda.
Oh, that's sick.
Isn't
it?
That's so cool.
It is pretty sweet. So DLC, overall, good thing or bad thing for games?
Man, there are worlds.
I know that's a huge, we're boiling a huge conversation down into a small point.
Oh, real quick, while we're on the topic, they released a lot of DLC for Halo 3, where they just like added a bunch of new multiplayer maps,
Ooh.
and then eventually just made them all free, which was awesome.
Or when they added a bunch of Halo 3 maps to Halo Reach. Also pretty sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm super down with that.
Good job, Halo.
Yeah, maps are cool. That's probably my biggest complaint with football right now is that the maps are all the same. like obviously there's different city flares, but it's still a green rectangle with striations on it. Can we get like
Put
an
me on a
octagon?
triangle.
A triangle. Give me a water hazard.
Put a sniper rifle in the middle of the map.
Something. Yeah, give me where's the power weapons? Let's see. I want to see a mid linebacker rocket jump into the pocket.
Give one guy on each team a fucking sword and go hog wild.
I would love that.
Maybe
You know what? Better game.
Right?
Add vehicles. Do like recreate your Halo 3 thing where everyone jumps down and capture the flag. But it's football.
Yeah.
Everyone jumps down onto the giant vehicle. Yeah, move the end zone, and then all of a sudden you got to keep reorienting where you're trying to go. I just want new maps for football.
And no timeout. The game never stops.
Yeah.
No, you call halftime.
So Justin Timberlake can come out and shake his little tush, and then we're right back at it.
Yeah, baby.
Also, could we add Justin Timberlake to the halftime inside Halo 3?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, dope.
Well, that brings us to our final segment. What are you guys playing this week?
Where the video games?
Oh, I've been playing so much Let's Go Eevee. I know I talked about this already.
No,
but,
it's fine.
I was stunned. I was excited to play Let's Go Eevee, especially after I met Eevee. I was like, oh,
You
I'm
did
definitely
meet the Eevee herself.
So it's like I'm definitely gonna get it, and I did get it. And then I had a series of flights, and I started playing it, and I was just hooked.
Yeah.
It brought me all the way back to being in middle school and playing Red for the first time.
I was surprised.
And I was amazed that I
Hell
could
yeah.
still feel happy like this.
Well, I've played red, blue, yellow, fire red a dozen and a half times. I've played them so much. And so I was like, am I really going to play through this again? Because I played through red again pretty recently when they launched on the 3DS. And it was like a fun, nostalgic romp because obviously,
Right.
it was one of the first video games I ever really played. But I was like, I don't know if I need another to do it again. And then I played it for a little bit, and now I'm very excited for it.
Yeah.
It's something about it captured Pokemon in a way that I've always wanted it to. That's never, you know what I mean?
I didn't know I guess I knew on some level that I always wanted something else. And I guess whatever that is in Eevee.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
is in it.
Yeah, and it's like they've been going for this anime aesthetic lately with their games, and I haven't super been digging that. I haven't hated it or anything, but it really works for this one.
Yeah. Well, also, the voice actress who plays Eevee is 4'9".
I was going to say, she's with us right now, isn't she?
Yeah.
You're Eevee.
Yeah, actually. Oh, that's right. I have Eevee with me in my backpack.
Joining
right
us here live on the podcast.
Hold on.
Is Nick
What?
Eevee.
Eevee's inside this Pokeball.
Yeah,
There
her.
she is.
That's my Eevee.
that's pretty sweet.
I just bringing her around with me, just
Yeah.
doing podcasts and stuff. Oh, the other thing I did is I discovered I'm bad at computers. So
I don't think that counts as a video game, but all right.
so I was trying to figure out how to get my PlayStation connected to my computer because I bought Nio. Sorry, Eevee's still talking.
Is that out yet? I didn't realize it was out.
Nio Nio's been out for a little bit.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Seiko.
Yeah,
Seiko.
because I was like, it was on sale for Black Friday.
Right.
And so I was like, great, I just want to see if I can get consoles on my computer because I know we've talked about streaming console games. Smash is coming out soon, so I just want to do a test run.
Yeah.
And I was like, this will be easy, 15 minutes maybe earlier today.
Yeah.
And I started plugging everything in and everything was going fine. I fired up my switcher and then the signal stopped.
Oh,
And I was like, okay, no problem. I'm a professional.
you are.
I know about video and I know about computers. This will take me an additional 15 minutes. And then, a half hour goes by. The signal is intermittent for some reason. It's like trying and then stopping and then trying and stopping. But the switcher, only when the switcher's on and I can't figure it out. And I'm like, I'm not going to Google this because I know about video and I know about computers.
Yeah.
I'm going to figure this out. So it turns out, for those of you out there who would like to stream PlayStation 4 content, fun fact, the PlayStation 4 was stopping it from happening. Apparently, there's an HDCP setting at the operating system level that as soon as it detects software for streaming or software for recording, it stops it. The PlayStation stops sending data.
I know the PlayStation has built-in streaming stuff, but that still seems weird to me.
Yeah, so this is a copyright. HDCP stands for something copyright protection. And I guess the HDMI cable somehow communicates with the PlayStation that there is streaming technology present. Stop transmitting a signal.
I see.
And it's so that certain apps require this. Amazon Video, for example, the app requires this to be on for it to work because they don't want you to stream your Prime Video to Twitch, I guess.
Right.
The Xbox One and cameras and stuff, the Xbox One switches it on and off depending on what you're doing. Cameras don't have it. That's why I've never run into this problem before. The PlayStation. So if you would like to stream PlayStation 4 video game content, go to your settings, find HDCP, and turn it off, and then everything will work fine. Don't spend 2 hours hating yourself like I did.
What's very interesting to me is they've built this like lawsuit thing or this thing in to prevent you from doing it, but then they just give you the ability to turn it off.
Well, while it's off, those apps won't run. Right. So while the setting is off, Amazon Prime won't load. I think YouTube won't load. Video games that don't have this restriction. Basically, every piece of software can say if that setting must be on.
I gotcha. Okay, that does make sense.
But while the setting is on, it's blanket global. It will not work while your software. So, but there came a point about an hour 45 in where it's like, I'm just bad. I'm actually just bad at video, and I'm actually just bad at computers.
And my whole life has been a lie.
And this is all I'm good at. And if I'm bad at it, then what am I?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I just huddled with my Eevee in a corner in the fetal position for probably an embarrassing amount of time, like 20, 30, like 45 minutes.
Well, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Well, I got better.
Yeah, well, that's good. I mean, you're here now.
Yeah, you look fine.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it was a long road to recovery.
Garrett?
But,
Evan, you already know what it is. So, the other day, Evan and I and our buddy Christian, we went over to Evan's apartment.
Oh, my God.
And we played Halo 3 all night.
Halo 4, actually.
Huh?
We played Halo 4 first.
Yeah, we played a little bit of Halo 4.
And we played Brawlhalla.
And we played a little bit of Brawlhalla. But then, when it got real,
yeah, around
is when
around
we
the
popped
11
in,
o'clock hour. I thought it was 10 o'clock.
Yeah, it's past my bedtime. This is when we popped in that copy of Halo 3. And
we didn't pop it in. It was pre-installed on
and
the Xbox.
Something magical happened. It's like we stepped into a time machine back to 2007.
It was like performance art. I don't know how to describe it, but we were just acting like we were 12 to 14 again.
We were role-playing as like preteens playing Halo 3 in 2007.
Talking about like secrets that we knew about the game or like
who has a crush on who and stuff.
Yeah. It was...
Are you guys thinking in school is like the prettiest girl?
Oh, God. I don't want to say because you guys are going to make fun of me.
I bet you think it's Cassie.
God, no, shut up. It was just like blushing.
It was basically that.
Yeah, it was some stuff I'm not going to repeat on this show, but like, you know, a couple of the words that you used to throw around, you know, that sort of thing.
Was there a pizza pie?
There was not a pizza pie, but there should have been a pizza pie.
There should have been pizza pie. We'll do it again.
Yeah, we'll do it again.
You'll be there.
Oh, yeah. I won't be on the West Coast this time. Were there fart jokes?
There were fart jokes.
There were most definitely fart jokes.
Oh, yeah.
But like choice ones?
Choice ones. They're all... Catch-22, pal. They're all choice ones.
They're all choice ones. That's right.
So, yeah, that's what I've been enjoying lately.
Nice.
What about you, Evan?
I have been...
Actually, you know what? We don't care. That's the end of the show. Bye, everyone. No, go ahead.
All right, well, I just got Mario Kart 8, so I've been playing that a little bit.
Hell yeah,
nice.
dude.
Yeah.
Nice.
Bought that on a sick deal. Got it for like $40.
Nice.
Well, actually, I'm borrowing my brother's copy currently, but it is in the mail currently. Anyway,
It's basically yours.
Yeah, basically mine. But I just installed Melee on my computer, so I've been playing that a little bit. And then we played Halo and Brawlhalla that one night, and that was a lot of fun. Actually, busting out Brawlhalla a couple of times since then, and it's just been
Brawlhalla is great.
It's been a real hit, but
the dodgeball mode in Brawlhalla
oh my
is
God.
bonkers.
Yeah, I want to get one of the Brawlhalla fellas on the show because they live in Atlanta.
Yeah.
But my girlfriend and I have been playing through a game that she picked out, and I've just been playing that I've never played before. It's Bully.
Oh yeah, Bully.
Rockstar game.
Yeah, I've not played it before, but Corinne was like, "What's this game?" And I was like, "I don't know. I never played it. It's just been in my Steam library forever. I think I got it in like a Humble Bundle. So we've been playing through that, and it is really fun.
Yeah,
that's the schoolyard one.
Yeah,
you're like a high school kid or a middle school kid.
Yeah, I would say early high school would be my. And you're like a for poorly behaved kids.
Right. Oh my gosh, I forgot that was a PlayStation 2 generation game, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was supposed to be really good, but I feel like it hit like a bad release window.
I have no idea about any of the context of this game's release.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that coming out, but it hit. It wasn't. I don't quote me on any of this. This is just what I remember.
I'm writing this down.
Write it all down. Yeah, put it on vinyl. I remember it would like it didn't get a ton of support from like advertising.
Right.
And it seems like it was at a bad point in the development cycle of the PlayStation 2, and then it got re-released on the Xbox 360, obviously on Steam as well.
And on the Wii. There's a Wii version.
Oh,
as
there's
well.
a Wii version.
There is, weirdly enough, a Wii version. Yeah.
So it was like one of those things. My impression of it in that time was that it was sort of like My Big Fat Greek Wedding, where it was like number 35 at the box office for like 20 weeks.
Oh yeah.
It's like everyone who played it or watched it liked it, but it just never went huge, and it just also never went away.
Well, it's so weird when you consider the time period of it, right? Because that is on one of Rockstar's, I mean, seriously, biggest games of all time, San Andreas, right? It was right after that.
It must be around there, yeah.
Because it predates Red Dead, right? Mm-hmm. And it predates GTA 4.
Yeah.
Definitely predates GTA 4.
So it's right after San Andreas then, right?
Yeah, it's got to be between.
Yeah. So it's a weird kind of follow-up to like one of the most controversial, and I mean, maybe it's not that weird thinking about it now, but weird follow-up to their most talked about controversial game of all time. You know what I mean?
Oh, is that officially San Andreas?
I would say, I mean, I just remember a lot of GTA buzz being like, video games cause violence and stuff.
Oh, and there's a hot coffee mod that people are accidentally finding by going into their DLL files and changing values within the code by accident.
Yeah.
And finding hot coffee stuff.
Yeah. Right. So like, because like GTA 5 is obviously much bigger than San Andreas, I assume, at this point. But we're used to GTA, so there's not quite as much controversy, right? When San Andreas hit and got big, it wasn't the first GTA game, but I believe it was the one that was like, our kids are playing this game.
They're saying words that are bad.
Yeah, I mean, it was a huge hit that was like, because like at least with like games like Halo or something, it's fantasy, right? So it's like not super bad that you're shooting aliens in the face, but when you're shooting just like your neighbor Dan in the face, you know what I mean? Like there's something to talk about there, I think.
Yeah, so
Dan's
racist. So
I mean, Dan's kind of asking for it, though.
Yeah, true. If you want to shoot your neighbor Dan, by all means. Yeah, so I've been playing Bully and really enjoying it.
Nice. I wanted to ask you about Melee.
Please.
So I was talking to somebody and they were saying, Melee is one of those games that you have to invest 50, 75, 100 hours before you're at the baseline.
Yeah.
It was like one of those rule sets that just takes so much time. And I was just wondering how your experience. I don't know how much Melee you played before, but like, how are you experiencing Melee?
So I played a lot of Melee like when I was a kid. I never really played Melee competitively, just a touch. I played a lot of Brawl, Project M, and I played a little bit of Smash 4. And I'm very bad at these games again. I mean, pretty good for like if a bunch of my pals were to get together, I'd probably win, I'm like that. But I don't think I'd hold a candle to like, Wonder Bread or anything like that.
Well, it's like just learning how to wave dash.
Well, right, so I can wave dash. But like, yeah, it's I had two thoughts while I was playing it, because I recently downloaded it and I got 20XDX, 20XX, whatever. It's like a tournament mod for it. And I had two thoughts while playing it. Holy God, this holds up so well.
Yeah.
When they made this, they had no idea the genius game they were making. This game still is better than most games I'm playing today. It's amazing. My second thought is, I cannot fathom why anybody would enjoy this over Smash 4. I do not. It is Smash 4. I think is better in every single way, and I think Ultimate's going to be better than even that. Yeah. I can see how you maybe like it over Brawlhalla because they feel, or over just Brawl. I mean, because they feel totally different. I personally like Brawl a lot, other than the tripping, I guess. But I think that these games should be more casual. So
yeah, I was interesting talking to Wonder Bread, and I asked him, "Is Smash 4 going to continue like Melee has?" And he said, "Absolutely not.
No way.
The first frame of Ultimate is going to render 4 obsolete, but Melee will continue."
Well, so I've been thinking about this a lot, and it's even the same reason that I think people still use the GameCube controller, despite it being like, I mean, I think I love the GameCube controller. I think it's probably one of my top 4 or 5 controllers of all time. Probably squarely 3.
Just a strong 3.
Well, I like it because it's my third favorite after the Pro Controller, the Switch Pro Controller, and now the Xbox 360 or Xbox One, I guess.
Of course, specifically the controller that I played Pokemon Snap with is my favorite controller.
Right, of course.
But it's only one controller.
Who could forget that? Yeah. Anytime. Yeah, we haven't mentioned it.
Yeah,
but,
I had to get it in there somewhere.
But so
for those of you playing the drinking game. Melee
persisted because Brawl was not good enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and Wonder Bread was saying that Melee came together as a series of accidents that resulted in a rule set much more complex than anyone intended.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. And so Melee's just been played so much because people kind of glossed over Brawl, right? But they didn't really gloss over Smash 4 in the same way because it has a pretty solid competitive scene, whereas Brawl, my understanding, didn't have as much support as Smash 4 did. Now, I don't know that that's entirely true because I wasn't really there for Smash 4's competitive scene, but it certainly seems that way. And in the same way that the GameCube controller might have been dropped if there was a proper follow-up when there should have been. Now there is, so now that the Switch Pro controller is here and is an awesome controller,
It is very nice.
we might see a decline in GameCube controllers from
Yeah.
new players because it's not an ideal controller, right? There's lots of people who get carpal tunnel from this controller.
Yeah, it's sort of a weird hand.
Yeah, absolutely. Causes a lot of health issues. Again, I love the controller, but for serious people who play it a lot and have spent thousands of hours with it in their hands, it's not a great controller.
What's your favorite controller, Garrett?
Oh man,
Original Xbox.
Throughout time.
I never had an original Xbox.
Like the big original
They
Christmas
made
Hams
one for the Xbox.
They made a GameCube controller for the Xbox?
No. The Xbox One, you can buy the original Xbox controller.
Oh, like the big one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think my favorite controller's probably like an Xbox. Probably an Xbox. I like the new Xbox controllers. Those are super comfy to hold.
Yeah, the Xbox One controllers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That seems like those have been popular. Also, they work on computers that run Windows OS natively, so obviously that's a plus.
That's a thing for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Hell yeah.
But so that's what we're all playing this week. If you're playing anything cool that you think you might like, leave us some comments on our YouTube video and or the SoundCloud.
Or
our Discord.
in our Discord.
Yeah, we got a podcast thing there. And if you're not in the Discord, come on. I swear to God, I will hire Todd Howard to break into your house.
Come on.
Of course, Todd Howard is a little busy right now. He's got to kick a lot of people square
It's
in
like
the nuts.
Santa.
I think he's hitting. How does he hit all those houses in one night?
That's some of
It's
the magic
amazing.
of the Fallout 76, I think.
Yeah. You got to take it on faith.
Yeah. You just gotta believe.
Well, that's going to wrap up this show for today. I am Evan, the Brando Show.
And I'm Garrett, just Garrett Loudon.
And I'm Nick, Dollar Bills. Thanks for listening, everybody. And remember, wreck or get wrecked.